Hey everyone, welcome to My Final Play. I'm Brian. We are here on location at Historic Bowman Field in Williamsport, PA, home of the Williamsport Crosscutters. I am here with former Division II All-American collegiate softball pitcher, Cowher Frey. Amber, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So we are going to get into the sport of softball.
Yes.
It had a little bit of an impact on your life.
A little bit.
We're going to start with how it all started for you. So give us the background and to what level did you end up competing at?
Okay. So when I was a kid, I grew up at Tate Field. My dad was a men's fast pitch All-American pitcher, to which I never entertained the idea of playing. My parents asked me a lot if I wanted to sign up, if I wanted to play, and I always said no. I just wanted to watch.
Yeah.
My brother played baseball. I loved going to his games and watching him play. And then when I was 10, they asked me again, and I finally said yes. So we signed up for Little League, and I played Little League 10, 11, and 12. It wasn't that great, especially my first year. I really struggled. And my mom tells me stories now of me standing in center field pretending I was the pitcher the whole time. So I'd be doing everything the pitcher was doing, and apparently that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
So my dad started to work with me in the backyard, and I got pretty good. And then Mike Tate of the Silver Bullets, he had formed a travel team, or rather was trying to form one, and had asked me if I wanted to be a part of that program and that team, and I said yes. And from there really is where I grew as a ball player. I was surrounded with fantastic teammates. It was the only travel program I ever played for. I never picked up with any other teams. We were very committed, very loyal to him and that program. And I would say all of us grew with that. And that's where we really fell in love with it.
Yeah. So at what age were you then? It was the first time that you stepped into the circle.
I was 11, I would say. And it was in actually the very first time they gave me the opportunity, I was so nervous I got sick and left. I had a crazy migraine. I think I just psyched myself out, and my dad took me home.
Oh man.
And then they let me try again the very next night, and I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun, and everybody was really supportive, and it was cool.
Yeah.
And that's when I was good.
Yeah. So that's when it all started.
Yes.
So take us forward then. What happened after the start of the travel team?
Okay. So we became pretty legit and understood the amount of travel it was going to require for us to play some good competition and continue growing as athletes. And we also headed into high school then at that point, so we got to experience a really good high school program. Most of us played on the same travel team anyway, so we didn't really miss a beat in regard to which field we were playing on or anything like that. You know, we were all still the same people.
Yeah.
But within travel is really where we started to understand that we could do more with the game, like that you could play in college for whatever you want to do, and that college sports existed, and that's when we started to entertain a future in the sport. When you're going through it and you're in your own bubble, you don't realize the things that are potentially possible beyond what you're just going through at the present time. So once we understood that, Mike really guided us into who we were going to be, who we could be, where we could go with it. That's when we all understood just how great an impact it could have just beyond the game itself.
So at what point then did you guys start accomplishing? What were some of the accomplishments then as the travel team?
So we won states back to back to back to back. It was crazy.
Yeah.
There were tournaments that, there were people just out there, they wanted us to lose real bad.
Yeah.
I would say we were very loved and very hated all at the same time.
Yeah.
And we never knew any different. There's so many teams that I don't remember playing just because it was just showing up to play with your best friends, you know. But I do remember that back to back to back to back state championship. And people still talk about it. People still come up to me and say, hey, there's still no travel team around that's actually done that. And states then was a legit state tournament. It wasn't a level A, a level B, a level C type thing. It was if you got to go, then that was it.
Yeah.
And it was the best of the best competing for that title. And it was cool to definitely keep that the whole time. So
So Williamsport University.
Yeah.
And there you got freshman All-American, or freshman of the year.
Yeah.
And then that was your first All-American award as well.
Yes.
So walk us through kind of that freshman season and your mindset going through it.
Okay. Well, so first, I would say Brenna and I. So Brenna was my lifelong catcher. I had some other fantastic ones along the way, but Brenna and I really got recruited kind of as a duo. And we had gone to Shippensburg and went and saw that campus, and she was really dead set on going there, and I just don't know. Williamsburg just kept holding me back. Yeah. And it wasn't any certain thing, but even when we drove by, like I remember looking at the exit when we were coming home from the Shippensburg visit, and I looked at my dad and mom and I said, I'm calling them tonight. I hadn't even visited the campus yet. Like I don't know what it was that was so special. It might have just been the conversation with the coaches, just how familiar they sounded and their verbiage and just how positive everything was. And I knew that it was going to be where I needed to be. Yeah. So when I transitioned in and I finally called them, it was fantastic. It was nice to have been committed. But when I transitioned in, I didn't miss a beat. Like I felt like I had already been coached by them. And at that time, we didn't go 43 feet until you got to college. So I had pitched 40 feet the whole time and then had to transition into 43 feet. And that was a little intimidating. It really was. Yeah. But coach really got us prepared as freshmen to where you wouldn't have known we were freshmen, you know? And because of that, I ended up getting the Rookie of the Year in Division II softball. I also was titled All-American that year, which is crazy because we made the tournament then. And we went down to Virginia to play, and we were at this banquet, this dinner. And I thought it was just an introductory dinner to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Yeah. They start reading off stats of people. And there's people going up and getting awards, and I'm like, oh, that's super cool. Like, I thought they were all seniors or something, you know what I mean? So they start reading off these stats, and I never really paid attention, but I was like, man, they sound really close to some of the numbers that reporters had mentioned to me or things like that. Yeah. And then they said my name, and I looked at my coach, and I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do right now? I have no idea what to do. Do I have to speak? Do I have to say it? Like, what's happening? She's like, no, you can just go up and get your award. I didn't know how fantastic that was. So, I got the All-American award, and then I called my dad and told him, guess what? I'm an All-American too. And it was fantastic. I would say that was my favorite year was my freshman year there. Yeah. Just the newness of it, the teammates, everything about it. It was great.
But it didn't stop there.
No.
So you had 3 more years after that.
Yes.
And the accolades just kept coming.
They did.
And it was all really in part from the work that you put in. So let's talk about some of the titles and the records that you have there. Because I know we were talking off camera, and I asked, how many of them did you have? And you said, I won all of them. Yeah. And you said it so modestly. Yeah. So you won Rookie of the Year, and you did it without even knowing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Because when you play, you don't play for awards. You don't play for titles. Like, by the time you're in college, you're only playing because you love it. Right. You're not there for any numbers or anything like that. You're there to play with those girls. And the ultimate goal is to win. Yeah. But when you love it as much as that, it's pretty easy to do. Right. So I didn't know any of that stuff existed. And then I remember a reporter talking to us one time, and I had 40 innings in a row where nobody had scored. Yeah. And I didn't know that was happening. I had no idea that was going on. And I remember he brought it up before a game, and my coach looked at him like, you've got to be kidding me that you just told her. Are you kidding me? But like those type of things you don't pay attention to as a player. You don't. You're kind of in your own bubble, and there's all kinds of things happening on the outside that you're not aware of. Yeah. So the top 10 records list that Williamsburg has, I'm on all of them. Yeah. And I didn't know that I was even accomplishing that. At one point, I was number 2 for strikeouts, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, told me I was like 24 strikeouts away from gaining that number 1 spot. We only had 1 more game. Right. And I was like, I'm not going to get it. Because there's only a total of 21 possible outs in a game. Right. And I'm like, even if I strike out every girl, I can't get it. Yeah. And I was like, you know what though? That's not why I'm here. Right. Like, I'm here to go to nationals again. So I didn't get the number 1, but that was okay. I didn't. That's not what my goal was anyway. But
Yeah.
there's a top 10 list there, and I'm still on all of them apparently.
Yeah. So you did play a little bit though after college in some aspect or another, and then your final game, your final play, was in 2008.
Correct.
And we're actually here on location for that particular reason. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about.
Okay. So after college, I went up to be a softball and baseball trainer in Frozen Ropes, and then I moved home a couple years later. And I would say within that year, it was 2008, I got a phone call from Dan Lazorka and Jeremy Lazorka. So they were part of my travel ball coaching staff as well.
Yeah.
Jeremy was always there. He was the younger brother of some of the sisters I played with, and Dan was one of our coaches. And he was putting together an all-star team just in the area that was going to compete against the USA Olympic team in the Tour de Beijing.
Yeah.
So they were prepping to go to the Olympics, and they wanted to play the best of the best. They wanted to do a whole nationwide tour of it, and I got picked to be against them.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
And it was right here.
And it was right here. I got to play on this right here, right in this location.
So you didn't start that game.
No. There was another pitcher that started.
Yep. And how many innings did she throw?
She threw not a complete inning.
Okay. And you were the second in.
The Olympic team is very legit. I'm not taking anything away from her. She did a fantastic job, but they are legit.
Yeah.
And you can't be on the plate with an Olympic team. It's got to be off the plate.
Yeah.
Or they're going to take it. So, yeah, 1 out in the first inning, and I came in.
Oh, wow. And how many innings did you throw then?
I threw 5 innings, and then we brought in a closer, Allison Tagliaferri, who actually coaches basketball for me now. And she did a fantastic job.
What was the final score of the game
Oh,
then?
my goodness.
Do you remember?
No.
No. All right.
I know there were 8 runs on the board when I came in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So as far as the final play, it happened right here in the circle. When did the emotion hit? Was it as you were walking off? Kind of explain that to us.
So I knew that was going to be my last game. I was already deeply committed to my now husband. We had already been talking about having children at that point. So I knew that it doesn't really get better than that.
Yeah.
You just got to pitch alongside Jenny Finch and against Crystal Bustos and the whole Olympic team, and it was a pretty good game to bow out on.
Yeah.
I wasn't sad at that time.
Yeah.
It was exciting. My dad, my mom were there. I could hear him in the stands, like screaming, and it was fantastic. It was all happy stuff.
Yeah.
But now that I talk about it, I'm all choked up. But yeah, I mean, I miss it now.
Yeah.
I wasn't sad then.
Right. So basically, the emotions then were just a great sense of accomplishment.
It really was. It was fantastic. It was. I mean, you walked a little bit taller.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool that all the Olympians were talking to you.
Yeah.
And it was cool that, I mean, they all talked to you just like you were a normal person, normal player. I got to bat against Jenny Finch.
Yeah.
I got to strike out against Jenny Finch. Well, she also struck out against me, so it was okay.
As many others did.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it was fantastic. It was a great way to go out, and I wouldn't have changed it.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit off camera. Typically, like the transition from an athlete to no longer being an athlete, and then what's next. How did that transition look for you?
So, yeah, as we were discussing, a lot of people get caught up in the title of what they're doing, and they become a baseball player, or they become a softball player, or they become just that title within the game that they're playing, and it's really hard to transition out of it. So, at some point in my high school career, I recognized that. I don't remember why I did or what happened, but I knew that I needed to remember that I was Amber, and softball was just something that I did.
Right.
So that I didn't have that terrible transition, or I mean, and it really is. Sometimes people have a really hard time figuring out who they are after playing a game that they played for so long. But I think because I kept it so separate and softball was just something I did, it was easy for me to just still be the same person that I was.
Right.
Softball definitely built who I was. So my confidence, my ability to talk to people, the ability to kind of be the center of attention. I don't like talking about myself, so this situation is a little awkward, but I would say that because of that game, it definitely made me a very confident
could go back in time and give yourself one thing of advice, what would that advice look like to better help you through your life at this point?
You know, maybe to slow down.
Yeah.
My dad used to call me the tornado. Because there was just always something to do and somewhere to be all the time.
Yeah.
And maybe just to slow down and soak it in a little bit more and really pay attention to what the possibilities were beyond what I was doing. I was very much in the day-to-day. I never really looked beyond. But even once I got to college and I understood professional softball, that opportunity wasn't there. It had faded out by that point. But maybe just to pay attention to where it really could take me beyond what I was currently doing.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And then I guess the last question would be that what would you say would be the number one thing the sport of softball has taught you in your life?
There's so much. So, I mean, just things from being responsible, being accountable, being on time, being early, how to support others. I would say that's probably the biggest. You become extremely confident in who you are as an individual, that it's very easy to build other people up. Which now I currently coach my daughter and a slew of other girls, and it is so rewarding because you get to build these girls up and help show them who they can be and who they really are.
Right.
And guess what? You did just do that. I know you're 8 years old, or you're 9, or you're 10, or some of them are 15, 16, but you're doing it.
Right.
And there's nobody better around you right now. Just to watch some of them accomplish things, and it's so rewarding. Like my daughter, last year at this time, so she was 8, we were at the Jenny Finch tournament. So she got to meet Jenny at that point, to which she brought up the Tour de Beijing with her. And Jenny was like, where's your mom? And so then we talked about Lazorca's place and riding four-wheelers and stuff like that. But during that tournament, my daughter caught her first fly ball.
Yeah.
And you would have thought they won the World Series.
Right.
She still talks about that. Her teammates tackled her like they had just like it was a game-winning catch, and it wasn't. It was like second inning, just nothing, not really that big of a deal. But to them, that was like huge.
Yeah.
And just to be a part of those moments and watch what it does to them as people, like they do. They're a little taller, and they support each other, and there's a sisterhood there that just when you're not in sports, sometimes you miss out on.
Right.
So it's great to be. I feel like I'm giving it back. I feel like sharing as much as I can.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
So the gift of encouragement.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys all enjoyed the content as well. If you do, please like and subscribe. And also remember, whatever it is that you do today, approach it with the mindset of, is this my final play? Thanks a lot.